What's going on, guys? Welcome to Shogun FC, and this is 10 things you should know about PES 2018. In no particular order, we're starting with slower pace. The pace of the game has been slowed right down, but it doesn't feel sluggish. The phrase I kept using was deliberate. It's a great pace for whatever style of football you play, both attacking and defensive, and I like it. I like it a lot. Second, auto shielding, and the shielding is done automatically by the game based on the context of the player's movement and the threat nearby. And when I first heard this, I thought it was going to be really annoying to have that out of my control, but instead it feels quite natural. You never end up feeling like the game missed an opportunity to shield or shielded when it shouldn't have. And based on what I played, it feels like they've nailed this. Number 3 is dribbling, and thanks to the slower pace coupled with some slightly tweaked controls, the dribbling feels really fluid and intuitive. Also, the ability to wrong foot your opponent with like a half movement of the left stick can be absolutely devastating once you get the hang of it. The final game of the day that I played against Sepp, I was giving him the absolute runaround with Aubameyang thanks to the dribbling controls, and that being said, it's not overpowered. If you try and overdo it, you will get punished. Number 4 is defending, and thanks in part to the auto shielding and also down to limiting the effect of just holding down X, defending is a lot more skill based than before. It's not quite as manual as like PES 2011 say, but it's along that kind of end of the scale. You'll need to get used to double tapping to tackle and relying more on positioning than just homing in. And on that note, actually, recklessly closing down your opponent will just leave you wide open. It's going to annoy people who aren't particularly well versed in defending, but you'll get used to it eventually. It just means that the defending side of the game requires just as much skill as the attacking side of things. Number 5 is through balls. Through balls are definitely potent. Not anywhere near as bad as like PES 2016 where it was like a guaranteed goal, but more along the lines of the fact that a well-timed and well-placed through ball can be really deadly and rip a defense to shreds, but it's just as easy to get it wrong, even with the best passers. Number 6 is player movement, and player movement is improved hugely. It seems like the attacking prowess stat has got more of a serious impact now. The movement to find space and time your runs is brilliant. The game still seems to do that trick of learning how you play on a game-by-game basis, and it adjusts accordingly. It's definitely noticeable in the final third more than anything. Number 7 is the free ball. The ball is very much its own entity, which has never really been done. No longer can you rely on the ball to lock onto the player you passed it to. The pass needs to be on point, and your player's movement before they collect it matters as well. Mess it up and you completely miss out on the ball, and that attacking move you've just worked so hard on goes absolutely to pot. Number 8 is reworked body balance. Body balance has improved since the last game, and new animations and what seems like a tweak to the algorithm means that not only does the stat affect the likelihood of being bundled off the ball in the first place, but also the likelihood of staying on your feet and recovering if a big bruiser does manage to clatter into you at full pelt. Number 9, and one of my favourite new features, is the fact that they've got rid of catch-up. They've actually done it. They've struck the balance perfectly. Faster players remain faster rather than giving the benefit to the defender, but pace isn't overpowered at all. I don't know how they've done it, but they've done a brilliant job. No more getting in behind the back line only for someone ridiculous like Mertesacker or John Terry to catch up with your star striker. And number 10, the one that people have been asking about, headers are no longer overpowered. Headed goals were massively unbalanced in the last game, but that seems to have been fixed. You can still score a header, don't get me wrong, but it's much more difficult, and not only that, but goalkeepers respond much better to a header from any range, even pulling out world-class saves from absolute point-blank range. So that's it. That concludes my list of 10 things that you need to know about PES 2018. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down in the comments which of these 10 features you're looking forward to most and what else you want to know about the game, and I'll do my best to answer as many of the questions as I possibly can. But until next time, take care, peace.